Hey there, this is the assistant of James Williams. I am calling you because as you have just signed or closed a deal, he wanted to ask if you would mind leaving a review and testimonial. What has been the best part about working with James? Or what do you think is positive about how he works?
Well, the best part about working with James is probably his kindness and how a businessman he is. He knows exactly which is the best opportunity, and his recommendations are always the best. He has helped a lot my wife and me.
Thank you so much for sharing that. James will really appreciate your kind words. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye, take care.
What you have just seen is an AI voice testimonial system for real estate agents, which basically is gonna send a call every time a event is triggered inside Airtable. When we click in a checkbox inside deal closed, then it's gonna send a call automatically to the client to try to get that testimonial or review for the real estate agent. This way we can get use cases of other clients when just we click a button. So without further ado, let's go into Vapi and make. So here we are in Vapi, the software that we are gonna be using this case to send calls to get this testimonial system done. So we just create an account and let's go in. Once inside, what we are gonna do is come here into assistant, click here and create an assistant, and I'm gonna call it testimonial voice agent. Let's click on create an assistant, and here we are gonna have to put the first message and the system prompt. Once we have inserted our first message and prompt, we are gonna come here, model, we're gonna leave it in 4 mini cluster, we're gonna put the temperature in 0.2, we're gonna add a knowledge base, transcriber, we're gonna leave it in English. I don't like here in voice Cartesia, let's go to Level Labs and we can leave it in Sarah. This background sound we are gonna leave it in off, I don't like it a lot. Let's publish it. In functions, this is one of the first agents in which we are not gonna use functions, as what we are gonna do today is just get the transcript, and from that transcript get the testimonial that the client gave us. So here we're not gonna include anything. Let's come back to advanced. Today we are gonna test and we are gonna make these scenarios with the Vapi module of make. So I can show you that it's easier and that we don't have to use a lot of code, as if we will be building a transient assistant, which you will have shortly a new video in the channel that gives you more possibility, but it's a bit more complex to build. That's why today we are gonna use the Vapi module. Let's click on publish, and next step will be to include here the server URL from the Vapi module that we are gonna click. So let's go directly to make.com to get that module. Here we are in make.com, the classic AI automation software we use. Create an account or log in and let's go in. So once we are inside, we're gonna create a new scenario. And in this case, as we are gonna be sending calls and receiving information from the calls, we're gonna build two scenarios. We're gonna call it receiving data, because this one is in which we are gonna include the Vapi module that we are gonna use for the server URL. So here you will have to go to Vapi and install it. I will already have installed it, but you will have to install it. It's completely free. It's not like Blunt. I know that with Blunt you have to pay like around 30 bucks, but with this, with Vapi, you don't have to pay anything. So what we're gonna do here, click on watch end of call report. We're gonna add a new one, Vapi webhook. Let's click on OK, copy address to clipboard, and we're gonna paste it right here inside the server URL. We're gonna paste it here, and that way we are gonna have a new server URL as the same ones we usually use with the webhook or from make, but in this case with the Vapi one. Let's click on publish, and now we're gonna go to build the other scenario, but previously we have to build our CRM inside Airtable. I am here in Airtable. It's completely free. Airtable, just create an account and you can use it. We're gonna build a new base. I'm gonna click here on create. I'm gonna click on start from scratch, and there you go. We have it here. I'm gonna call it testimonial voice agent, and we're gonna put the next fields. We have put these 4 fields: the name, the number, the deal closed, where here we're gonna click in the checkbox when the deal has been closed and we are ready to send that code to collect the testimonial, and the testimonial, where here we're gonna include the testimonial. Next step will be to come back to make and go and create a new scenario. Call it testimonial, and what we're gonna do here is come to Airtable and let's click on watch records. Here we have to connect with your token and API key the Airtable module, which you have to go here, go to the part to developer hub and create an API token within this base. Once we have done it, we are gonna choose here the base, the testimonial voice agent. The table, we only have one table here, it's table 1. Then we are gonna come here, as you can see, have to add a last modified time. So that's why we are gonna come here and add a last modified time, because we're gonna need to trigger this scenario. So we're gonna come here, last modified time, click on create field. Well, probably we're gonna click on deal closed. We only want to select the deal closed one so that we only trigger when the last modified time is there. Let's click here and we are gonna refresh this. There you go. Label field, we are gonna click on deal closed. Limit, we only actually wanna return one at a time. View, let's click on grid view, and here we don't have to actually put any formula. We're gonna click here on OK, and we can choose perfectly from now on. Let's click on OK. So I've created here some fields with names and numbers, and as you can see, I've already done some tests. What we are gonna do to trigger this is click on here. We are gonna click here so that when we click and run once, come here and run once, we're gonna get exactly the Max Jones number and deal close true. Next step will be to come here and we are gonna include the Vapi module in here. We're gonna come here and we are gonna create an outbound phone call. Here you will have to click on create a connection and provide here your API key from Vapi. You will have to come here, go to API keys, and in here select get the private API key, come here and paste it in here. Once done, what we have to do here is provide, in this case, here our assistant ID, which we can come here, click here and copy and paste it. Then we can also get the name of the assistant. There you go. The customer ID and is not necessary. The customer phone number, we can add here our number. Here we can add the name. And finally, in phone number ID, we're gonna come here into phone numbers. Next to the number, you will see the phone number ID. So once done already, we can let this end up. We are gonna click here on OK. This way, once there's a updated checkbox here and we click here, time we put it on, it's gonna be triggered to create this outbound call to that number, and it's gonna be done every time with its record, so it's not gonna be a problem with the different records and everything. Now we are gonna go to create the other scenario in which we are gonna receive that data. We're gonna extract the testimonial from the transcript to then add it back here into Airtable. So yeah, let's go into it. And here we are in the previously inserted Vapi module. What we are gonna do here is add first of all an OpenAI GPT create a competition. We're gonna select GPT-4o mini. There you go. We're gonna add a new message. We're gonna let it in system. And here we are gonna put determine from the transcript if the client wanted to leave a testimonial or not. If he wanted, output yes, but if he didn't, output no, with the transcript here and an example output of yes. Max tokens, I always like to leave it in 250. It's okay for this case. Temperature, I like it to put it, as you know, always really low. 0.2 for me, it's okay. And from now on, what we are gonna do is put a router in here in which we're gonna place two paths. We don't want to use more GPT to extract a testimonial when the client didn't want to leave a review. So what we will do is place a path here for when he didn't want to leave a testimonial, to just put a message of saying the client didn't want to leave a testimonial. So let's go here. First one is gonna be yes for testimonial. Then we're gonna go to condition. We're gonna go here into choices, message, content, and we're gonna put it equal to yes. We click on OK. Here we're gonna put no for testimonial, and in condition we're gonna place the same. Choices, message, content equal to no. Let's click on OK. Let's start with the bottom path, in which, as we know already that the client doesn't want to put in a scenario, we are only gonna add a simple phrase. What I've done next is added a Airtable search record, in which what we are looking is, after selected the base table grid view, what I've done here is select all: name, number, deal closed, testimonial last modified time. But as we want to get only the record ID from the client that we just called, what we're gonna put is this formula: number, that was the column name I had for the phone number, equals to a customer number from Vapi. I've put it in quotes. So later we're gonna click on OK, and now we're gonna add another Airtable update a record here, in which we are gonna go with our own base. We're gonna then select the table. For the record ID, we're gonna go for this one. There we go. And here in testimonial, what we are gonna add is the client with the name didn't want to leave a review or testimonial. With this, we don't have to click here, it's not necessary. We are gonna click here on OK, and this part will be finished, in which we have the no for testimonial. Here we're gonna search for the ID, and with that ID here we're gonna update that record. But if not, come here with the equal to yes, and we're gonna add another GPT, in which we are gonna click here and create a competition. Let's gonna go with GPT-4o mini. Let's add also a system, and we're gonna tell the assistant, the GPT, to extract the review or the testimonial that the client told and gave to the assistant. Transcript: with the transcript, the instructions: extract the testimonial that the client gave to the assistant out the exact same words as the client said, and an example output right here. Max tokens, we're gonna leave it in 250. Let's click here on show advanced settings, where we are gonna place a 0.2 as a temperature, and then what we are gonna do is clone this one. We are gonna come here, clone this Airtable search records, because at the end of the day what we are gonna do is exactly the same. We are gonna just search for the record ID where the client of this number is gonna be located. So then we are gonna add an update a record from Airtable, update a record, there you go, in which we are gonna select again our base. We're gonna go with the table. Here we're gonna go with this ID, and then we are gonna place here the testimonial, which is gonna be exactly the message content from the GPT. We can click now on OK, and with this the scenario would be finished. So what's gonna happen now is that I'm gonna click here, I'm gonna run the other scenario. So we're gonna be running two scenarios at the same time, the one that sends the call and the one that receives the data, the end of call report. So we are gonna use this one, and when the call is ended, we should receive here the testimonial, and it's gonna be placed in here. I'm gonna open in another window the next one. Here we have it. So what we're gonna do first of all is click here, and then we're gonna come back. Now let's do it. Let's click here on run once. There you go, the call. Let's click here and run once also. and let's receive this call.
Hey there, this is the assistant of James Williams. I am calling you because as you have just signed a closed deal, he wanted to ask if you would mind leaving a review and testimonial.
Yeah, of course.
Perfect, thanks a lot. What has been the best part about working with James? Or what do you think is positive about how he works?
Probably because James is a great guy. He has been really kind with us. He has always given us his help when we had problems, when we had any questions. He has helped us a lot, and he has found the best price for us, so really good for us.
Thanks a lot for sharing that. James will really appreciate your kind words. Have a nice day.
You too, bye. Let's wait. 3, 2, 1. There you go. And if we come to there you go. Here we have the testimonial with all the words that I just said. He has found the best price, so really good for us. Exact the same words as I told. You can see the scenario has been executed correctly with the filters and everything from to this path. Here the scenario has also been run correctly with the 2 modules, and as you can see the Vapi module really works really well. By the way, you have to come here and select inside advanced these client messages and this service message, or if not, the module and the webhook from Vapi, this module, is gonna be executed more times than as it has to be executed only at the end of the call. So just put these 2 and this one in server message, and with that you will be completely fine and completely good to go. So guys, this has been all for the video. I hope you've enjoyed and you've learned how to build this AI testimonial system for real estate agents, and you've also learned how to use the Vapi modules inside Make, which are completely free, not as blunt ones that are really cost a lot of money. So you can use this as an alternative to the normal webhook or to the code and transient assistants, which we will have, as I told you, shortly a video. So again, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.